Yo, what's going on, brothers? Cryptocurrency, the bull market, everything we're going to be discussing today. Ethereum, Bitcoin, ADA, Cardano, my price predictions, what I'm seeing, my outlook. If you have not checked out our previous video, the crypto crash of 2021, you want more value than what I'm about to provide here, check that out. I made that about a month ago where I called the bottoms of the market. Let's look at where we're at, what I foresee, how these assets are doing. Again, our top 3 investments, what we posted about. ADA cryptocurrency 2 months ago right here we posted about. What we're seeing, if what I said happened, and everything more. Let's dive into it, brothers. So the first thing I want to dive into is look at Ethereum. Up 66% from the 1 month when I called the bottom. So this is something that's very important to keep in mind. Obviously Ethereum is ran on the blockchain server. All the cryptocurrencies are. It has the Ethereum network, and NFTs, non-fungible tokens, are created through the network. I believe it still has massive upside potential. I see the asset going anywhere between $5,000 and $8,000 by the end of the year per Ethereum. And there's very much things being built on it. Again, every time a new cryptocurrency is made, it's built through the Ethereum blockchain. And they're working on ETH 2.0, which is going to reduce costs, increase the speeds at which you can send money and Ethereum and the gas, and it's going to do very many other things for the cryptocurrency overall. So I still see massive upside. We're going to be diving into charts, everything else today, brothers. If you find value in this, as always, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button. Check us out on Brotherhood Finance, as always. We have products, we have merchandise, we have clothing, all that stuff. If you're interested in any of that and supporting the Brotherhood, it all means a lot. But let's dive into this video as always. So again, Ethereum is up 65.97% roughly the past month, so it's performing very well. Like I mentioned before, a lot of upside of these markets still, I believe. As they continue to print more money, again, crypto is a hedge against the US dollar, so I see these assets ROIs continuing to go up, and I think we're just in the beginning of this bull market again. And I'm going to tell you where I think it's going to top off and what I see, so stay tuned for the rest of that. All right, brothers, so the next thing I want to dive into is Bitcoin. Look at Bitcoin. I mean, just not too long ago, the asset was at $33,000, and now we're back approaching $50,000. We were just over $50,000, saw it on the news. And it's funny because I told people, do not sell. Buy low, sell high, stay in this asset. It still has massive upside. And unfortunately, a lot of people didn't listen. But, it just proves that, you got to be financially educated. And you got to, you do the right things to invest in asset classes and understand why that investment is a good thing. So real quick before we dive into ADA and what I foresee for this bull market overall. Now, again, we have videos on all this stuff. I called the previous market crash and what I also am going to see. But I'm going to give you my updated timeline. So Bitcoin. Why is Bitcoin going up and what is about it? So if you don't know, obviously Bitcoin was created back around, I want to say it was 2009 to 2013 when it started building momentum. And it was created because people needed an asset where they wanted people's money. So some people are forecasting that Bitcoin could be anywhere from $1 million to $12 million by 2030 per coin. Now let me explain to you why. So Bitcoin, there's a finite amount at 21 million. Currently about 18.9 million are mined. Now when I say mined, I mean they're mainly owned already and they're not going to ever be created anymore. So if you look at things like gold, silver, tangible things like that, in that essence, there's a certain amount that's ever going to be created, which is what makes them valuable. Now, Bitcoin actually is above all of those assets. And the reason is because you know exactly how many finite there is total at 21 million. You know how many are already mined, and you can see every transaction and anything that's on the network. Because again, when people say cryptocurrency is risky, it's used for fraud, that's actually false. You have to do your information, you have to be, study on it. Now again, a lot of these crypto assets, only a couple of them have value. A majority of cryptocurrency is not valuable. However, the main few that I like, and there is other assets besides these 3, are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and ADA. I look at the value, I look at the fundamentals, and I look at, can I see a stock to flow model? Do I know where this asset's going to go over the coming years? And why does it have the value? So, even with Ethereum, like I said, they have smart contracts, and ADA is releasing contracts next month, which is another reason why the asset has gone up substantially in price. And again, you can see my price forecast on that in the other video we made as well. So again, 21 million, 18.9 million mined. I see the asset by the end of the year, going anywhere between 70,000 to 105,000, topping off, and then we're going to probably go back into another bear market. I'm going to show you why I see that for Bitcoin. But you have banks adapting in it. You have very many crazy things that are going on. And what we've noticed is money has always changed over time. So, we used to be on the gold standard in 1971, but then President Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard, and that's when cash became trash. It's very important to study these methods, look at history, how history repeats itself, and if you've noticed, everything has gone digital. Money is advancing, AI, technology. We've advanced more in the past 10 years than we have probably in the past 50. So technology is very fast, innovating. And some statistics for you real quick is the internet, back in the 1990s, the internet wasn't very well known. Well, guess what? Crypto isn't very well known either. However, it's growing at 2 times the rate the internet did. So this could be like buying real estate in New York before New York, was New York and it got big. So this is a very prime opportunity. That's why I say it's important to educate yourself and give yourself the right financial information needed to succeed. All right, brothers. So again, that's where I think Bitcoin's going to be going. So right here, if you look, this is just look into Bitcoin. So this is the stock to flow model. We've gone over this before, but again, when you have a stock to flow model, there are a limited number of coins in existence, and it will take a lot of electricity and computing efforts to mine the 3 million outstanding coins still to be mined. Therefore, the supply rate is consistently low. Now again, stock to flow ratios are used to evaluate the current stock of a commodity against the flow of new production. And we can do this because we understand that there's only going to be 21 million. So if you look on your right here, there's a lot to this chart. You got the price to the left, you got the years on the bottom, and then right here you have the halving. So what a halving is in Bitcoin, it's kind of just like Ethereum. There's actually starting to be Ethereum burned. Now when I say burned, I mean they're starting to lose the amount of Ethereum that is created, which increases the price of a given asset, which is, just for example, like with the oil problem we're having right now, there's less fuel, we're having to borrow it from foreign countries, it's being taxed substantially, so the prices are going up. The less usually of a product, the higher. So you got to look at supply and demand. If you look at Bitcoin, the halving, again, it happens about every 4 years. That halves the amount that is mined. Therefore, the price to give an asset continues to increase in price. So if you look right here, this is the stock to flow 365-day moving average of the given asset, which is Bitcoin. And again, a Bitcoin, you're going, how can Bitcoin ever become the future store of wealth? Well, here's the thing. There's a finite amount. So it's going to continue to go up in price because you can pretty much read the fundamentals and the statistics and the way that money works. Again, it's people's money too. With cash, you're saving cash. They're paying a substantial amount of it, 22.5%. That's why the rich say savers are losers and the rich invest in assets. They invest in assets that are going to continually increase their return and their hard-earned money that they worked for so they can retire and have financial freedom. So if we look at the stock to flow model here, we got about 365-day moving average. So by the end of the year, if it follows the stock to flow model, Bitcoin will be anywhere between $70,000 to $80,000, and that's why I came up with that number. I believe we're probably going to see Bitcoin go around the $70,000 to $105,000 per coin, and then after that I see a sell-off. So I'm not sure how much of it at that point I'm going to sell, but at that point I'm going to consider maybe selling and taking some profits. That way I can go and re-enter and buy the dip at that point. But again, Ethereum, Bitcoin, all these assets are going up substantially. Let's dive into the third asset, the third favorite asset. We made a video on Cardano 2 months ago. If you just look at the 1 month chart here, Cardano is up 152.4%, so up substantially, and it's very, why is this happening? Again, they have their smart contract released next month. A little bit about ADA, Cardano, is the co-founder of Ethereum, is actually the main person working on this project, so I still see massive upside for this. I think in my previous video, I said Cardano could be probably an $8 to $9 asset in the coming years, especially once the smart contracts get released. But there's a huge amount of upside potential in these markets right now, brothers. I hope you found massive value in this video. My outlook, my predictions, how they're coming true, what I still foresee, and much more. If you want to check out some of the other videos we made, you can check those out always. They're down below. We'll leave them in the description. We hope you found massive value in this. Again, make sure to leave a like. Leave your comments down below what your predictions are, what your future outlook for cryptocurrency is. If you're invested, how much you own. Again, I appreciate all love and support. Have a good rest of your day, brothers. Peace.